Hey everyone, welcome back. Scott here. This is just a follow-up video from a previous video that I made just a few days ago, the unboxing of this E-11 blaster. I had mentioned in that video that I was going to do some weathering to this. So I bought this prop off of a company on Etsy called Quest Designs. They're out of Canada. Awesome company. The guy that owns the company, his name's Brett. Fantastic dude. Very helpful, very nice, very prompt in answering questions. And he originally told me there's going to be a 5 or 6 week lead time on this. I ordered it, I want to say it was December 1st. But it ended up getting shipped out on December 18th. Or no, actually a little bit before that, because it got hung up in customs on December 18th for about a week and a half. But I ended up getting it, just right before the end of the year, maybe a day or two. I can't remember. I mentioned it in the video. This is about a week later. But anyway, if anybody's interested in buying one of these, especially from Quest Designs, I highly recommend it. It's made out of resin mostly. It does have some metal parts like the strap back here that the scope mounts on, and the trigger guard. That's all metal. Everything else is resin. I don't think that there's anything on this that's 3D printed. It did have a little bit of heft to it. It wasn't quite as heavy as what I wanted it, but we'll get into that here in a minute. So I'm going to do just a little walk around and explain to what I did. So what I used some Chrome Silver Tamiya paint. Went around the edges of this, and it looked really good. Especially the last time that I did this, because I went through it, like I said, 3 times. The problem was with the silver up against that new black paint, is it looked kind of fake. So what I ended up doing was I took some black paint and watered it down. It's basically what it's called as a black wash. And I went over all of the silver with the black wash to kind of darken it up some, which you can see the end result of it. It looks really, really good. The scope, I can't remember what kind of scope this is that the original props had on them. I don't know if you can read it or not. It's got the stampings on it. I don't know if I can focus this or not. But anyway, they were made out of brass, I believe. So I needed I didn't have any brass paint. I had gold. So I painted it in gold with, dry brush. All this is dry brushed on. Dry brushing is a technique where you use a brush with very, very little paint loaded up into the brush, and just kind of pat it in, and very lightly. But that's what I did with that. And then I went ahead and did the black wash over that as well to kind of darken that up. I went to Hobby Lobby, which is a local craft store, because I wanted to add a recoil spring in there. So I ended up buying some crafting wire, that 16 gauge crafting wire. And what I did is I took it and I wrapped it around a wooden dowel, a bunch of times, because it's about 12 inches long, but you have to wrap a lot more than that, because you have to stretch it to make it into a spring. But made the recoil spring for it, and that turned out really good, I think. The heft to it, whenever I got it, like I said, it did have some heft to it, but it didn't. I'm a gun collector, and I know, how guns are pretty heavy, especially ones that are made out of all steel, especially like one of these Sterlings. I mean, they're really heavy and in person. I wanted to add some more weight to it. So what I ended up doing is I went to Lowe's and I bought a PVC pipe. I couldn't find any steel rods to fit down inside the tube that runs the length of the whole blaster. But I did find a PVC pipe that did fit in it. So I took that. I knew that wasn't going to add enough weight to it. So I did find a steel rod that fit inside the PVC pipe. So I took, did a combination of the PVC pipe and the steel rod and cut it to size and inserted it down the length of the blaster, and it's a lot heavier now. Definitely feels like a real gun. That's pretty much it. Like I said, about 3 attempts is what I did, because the first time I did it, I added too much weathering to it, and I was like, no, that doesn't look good. But let me, all the obvious areas that you're going to see, sharp corners, etc., that's all going to be rubbed. You're going to see holster wear and stuff like that. Let me take this off the stand so you can see the bottom of it. Basically the same thing. Let me see. Let me kind of get this out of the light to where it's not getting so much glare. But yeah, you can kind of see how it turned out there. With it being black and a little shiny, it's kind of hard to pick up with the lighting in here. It's causing a lot of glare. After I got done painting everything on this, I sprayed over it with some Rustoleum matte clear paint to protect all the paintwork that I did on it. But let me get it hung back up on here. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to show this off and kind of give you all an idea of what it looks like if you buy one of these from Brett, or anybody else for that matter. A resin prop that's all black. If you want to do some weathering, I mean, you can really make it come to life. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you all had a great new year, and I'm going to sign out. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.